I have come to the conclusion that debating for or against God is one of the most silliest ways humans burn energy. Not because belief doesn't matter, not because meaning doesn't matter, but because the debate itself solves nothing. Think about it. One side says God exists. The other side says God doesn't exist. Neither side can prove it, neither side can disprove it. And somehow both sides are angry. That should tell you something. Because if God is real, He is not showing up to your podcast debate with receipts. And if God isn't real, no amount of arguing is going to erase the human need for meaning. So what are we actually debating? Not truth, identity. Because objectively, you can see that believers are not defending God. They are defending order, purpose, morality, and hope. Non-believers are not rejecting God. They are rejecting control, hypocrisy, trauma, and imposed certainty. Same problem, different language. And that's why the debate goes nowhere. Because one side is talking about existence and the other side is talking about experience. And neither realize they are having different conversation. But here's the uncomfortable truth though. If God exists, your belief doesn't increase His power. If God doesn't exist, your disbelief doesn't eliminate the psychological role He plays. So the argument becomes theater. Smart people yelling facts, emotional people yelling wounds, everyone pretending logic is in charge while emotion is driving the bus. And the wild part, the loudest people on both sides live exactly the same way. Same anxiety, same ego, same addiction, same fear of death, same need to feel right. One just thanks God for it, the other thanks science. Different altar, same human behavior. Because at the end of the day, serious dialogue about God actually looks very boring, right? It sounds like what gives life meaning? How should humans treat each other? What do we do with suffering? How do we live knowing we will die? But that doesn't trend. Certainty trends. So people argue about God the same way they argue about sports team. Not to understand, but to win. And if God does exist, I highly doubt He will be impressed by someone screaming, "You are wrong," in the comment section at 2:47 in the AM. And if God doesn't exist, I highly doubt He is threatened by someone whispering a prayer when life gets heavy. So the debate becomes silly because it pretends humans are rational creatures when we are actually emotional animals using belief system to survive reality. And once you see that, you stop debating. You stop performing intelligence. You stop trying to convert strangers. You then realize the argument was never about God. It was about control, comfort, identity, and fear of the unknown. So here's my conclusion though. Do what I do. Shave your armpits in circular formation, drink 2 glasses of water at room temperature, take a nap. Because no matter what you believe, you will still wake up human.